In Igbo land, it is a common belief that the beauty of a woman is for her husband only. Her hair is therefore shaved to show that woman is no longer in need of her beauty, at least while the mourning is ongoing. The village women gathered at Ebaire's hut to witness the shaving of her hair. According to the tradition, a widow cannot be not shaved by just anybody but a fellow widow. She also cut off her fingernails and toenails. Ebaire was made to wash her hands with shrubs known as akoro or ujiji for 4 times so as to absolve herself from her husband's death. She is not expected to eat with her defiled hand until this ritual is performed. She was not allowed to eat any food cooked for the funeral ceremony. Rather, her food was cooked in a broken clay pot and dished out to her in an unwashed plate. Her hands were tied up in rags in the manner of the boxer's gloves and would remain that way for 3 months. During this period, Ebaire does not eat with her hands. Thus, she experiences a period of starvation unless she is fed by another widow. Ebaire was forced to drink the water used in bathing the corpse of her husband in order to prove her innocence. She was instructed to wail early every morning before and after the funeral to the hearing of people in the neighborhood to demonstrate the depth of her innocence over the death of her husband. Ebaire was also compelled to sit on the floor by the married daughters of the land known as Umwada as a sign of her dethronement, as she has lost her status and pride by the death of her husband. The villagers saw all these as a form of punishment, but Ebaire saw it as a sign of mourning, love, respect, and honor for her husband. That night, as Ebaire laid beside Chukwudi's lifeless body, the weight of her sorrow and the villagers' scorn were unbearable. The following nights were cold and lonely, and her children clung to her for comfort. "Mama, why do we have to stay here?" Ahda asked, her voice trembling. Ebaire hugged her children tightly. "We are going through a difficult time, but we will get through it." A few weeks later, Ebaire tried to buy food at the market, but was met with hostility. The vendors turned their backs on her, and the villagers whispered cruel remarks. "You're cursed. Don't come near our stalls," one vendor said. All Ebaire's attempts to buy food for her children were in vain. She stood outside the market, tears streaming down her face. "Please, someone help me. I have to feed my children," Ebaire pleaded. At night, Ebaire's suffering was compounded by unwanted advances from some village men. They tried to sneak into her hut under the pretense of offering help, but with ulterior motives. One of the nights, she heard a gentle knock at her door in the middle of the night. "Who is there?" she demanded. "It's me, Ahaze." "Why don't you come with me, Ebaire? I can provide for you," he said, his voice laced with an unsettling tone. Ebaire recoiled in fear. "I am grieving and need respect, not your advances. Go away. First you spread rumors about me around the village. Now you want to take advantage of my situation? I always knew you were never a true friend to my husband. How dare you refuse me?" Eze questioned in a stern voice. "We shall see." The night felt longer than usual, as all Ebaire could hear was the sound of the crickets and the owls hooting in a distance.